Hello, and welcome to another presentation of 5-Minute Cybersecurity. At one time, hackers were focused on espionage and data theft. Now, however, there's another objective: disruption of critical infrastructure. These attacks on small, under-the-radar targets warn of larger threats to come. I am Bill Osolinski, a certified information systems security professional with 30 years of experience. On November 25th, an Iranian-led hacker group with ties to the Iranian state itself took control of a part of the municipal water authority of Aliquippa in western Pennsylvania near Pittsburgh. Crews switched to the manual systems to deliver water to two towns. The hackers entered the system through an Israeli-made programmable logic controller, which had been successfully targeted in attacks in Israel in the past couple of months. The Iranian hackers were able to get in with little effort. Critical infrastructure in the U.S. contains industrial control systems that are known to be easy targets for cyber attackers. Many of these vital networks are permitted on their own what level of security is appropriate, which means they are essentially unprotected. The Aliquippa attack occurred less than a month after the Environmental Protection Agency rescinded a rule requiring water systems to include cybersecurity testing. Since the Aliquippa attack, hackers have reportedly breached 4 other utilities and an aquarium in the U.S. These aggressive cyber operations can not only take down infrastructure, but also induce societal panic. Modern societies are complex and highly dependent on networks. They are therefore fragile. America is not nearly as resilient as it was nearly 50 years ago. Chinese hackers have had their way with American infrastructure networks, reportedly hitting water utilities, major ports, and an oil and gas pipeline, to name a few. There are even suggestions that China may have caused the Northeast blackout in 2003 and one in Florida in 2008. The threat to infrastructure is already causing damage. For instance, in May 2021, a Russian group hit the Colonial Pipeline network, creating gas shortages on the East Coast and disrupting airline operations. The company paid the hacker 75 Bitcoin, or nearly $5 million as a ransom. Furthermore, ransomware attacks disrupted hospitals in Texas, New Jersey, New Mexico, and Oklahoma last month, and some of them had to divert ambulances from emergency rooms due to the attacks. So for this year, there had been 317 publicly reported ransomware attacks against healthcare facilities. Attacks on infrastructure can be expected in the early stages of a war. In Washington, there is debate over whether the United States should defend Taiwan from Chinese invasion. Discussion may be irrelevant because Chinese military doctrine could be to hit the United States in the very first moments of a war, whether America is a combatant or not. Despite all the cyber attacks that have occurred, America has left itself vulnerable because many Americans think their society is at peace. The world, however, is rocked by war in Ukraine, insurgencies that look like war in North Africa, and the war in Gaza. To make matters worse, bad actors in South America and Asia are threatening neighbors. China, which has declared a people's war in America, is behind much of the turbulence. It's going to be very, very difficult for us to prevent disruptions from happening, especially when America is not ready and its enemies know that. We need to be ready now. That's all for this presentation. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And thank you very much for watching.